Hi, and welcome to Math for All, where everyone can learn more about math. We will be exploring fractions larger than 1 in this video. We will define mixed numbers and improper fractions. We will learn how to switch mixed numbers into improper fractions, and then we'll learn how to go the other way, improper fractions into mixed numbers. We will also turn a combination mixed improper fraction into a mixed number. Then, of course, we'll practice what we've learned. Let's get started. What are mixed numbers and improper fractions? Both of these are fractions larger than 1, but are written differently. Say we have a party and we order 3 pizzas. All of us eat a lot of the pizzas, but we don't finish them all. Look at this picture and notice we ate all of the shaded pieces. We can express the amount of pizza we ate in 2 ways. First, count the number of whole pizzas that we ate, 2, plus the fraction of the partially eaten one, 5/6, for a total of 2 5/6. The second way we can write these is we can count the total number of pieces eaten over the number of pieces per pizza. 17 pieces eaten over 6 per pizza equals 17/6. When we said we ate 2 5/6 pizzas, that is called a mixed number. Think about it as mixed because it is a mixture of a whole number and also a fraction. In between the number and the fraction is an invisible plus sign, and when we read it, we will say "and" in between them. When we said we ate 17/6 pizzas, that is called an improper fraction. It is improper because it has a bigger number on the top than on the bottom. Math people think that these are improper because they're not in their proper form. Let's start learning how to switch between the 2 forms of fractions over one whole. By the way, the reason that we need to learn how to switch between these 2 is because we need to know how to do this when we multiply and divide fractions later. First, I will show you how to turn mixed numbers into improper fractions. I call it doing the circle. In our pizza example, I will show you how to switch without having to draw pictures. Look at our 2 5/6. We start at the bottom and multiply as you go around. 6 times 2 equals 12. Then continue around and this time add. 12 plus 5 equals 17. That's the top number, the number of pieces. The bottom number is the same as what we started with. Just bring it over, 6. 2 5/6 equals 17/6. Now let's convert improper fractions into mixed numbers. These are just a little trickier in my opinion, but it might just be I just love doing the circle so much. We'll use a different example, 32/5. You should think that this is the same as 32 divided by 5. One way to remember this is to think that the line separating the 32 and 5 is a division sign like this. So let's do what it says, divide. 32 divided by 5 equals 6, with a remainder of 2. You have all the information you need. We just have to put the numbers in their correct places. The 6 is your whole or big number. The remainder of 2 is the little number on top of your fraction, numerator, then the denominator of 5 just stays the same. These are the main ideas for fractions over 1, but there is one more issue that we will see, and I'd like you to know how to deal with it. I call it a combination mixed number and improper fraction, which is definitely not a proper form. These most often happen in adding fractions, and we need to learn what to do with them. Let's examine 7 11/5. You'll notice we have a mixed number with a whole number and a fraction, and our fraction is also improper with a bigger number on the top. For these, you should focus on the improper fraction first, just like we did earlier. 11/5 equals 11 divided by 5, which equals 2 with a remainder of 1. Practice what we've learned. The big number is the 2. The fraction left over is the remainder of 1 over 5. The next step is a little different, but it should make sense. Keep the 7 wholes that we started with. Now add the 2 from your improper fraction. Now we have 9 plus that leftover fraction of 1/5. You are learning important tools to help you when you start adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions. So let's practice what you've learned. First, let's identify the mixed numbers, improper fractions, and combinations in this list. 59/10 is improper. 1/4, this one's fine, just proper. 5 7/13 is a mixed number. And 11 20/3, it's one of those combination mixed and improper fractions. Now we'll practice transforming a mixed number into an improper fraction. These are the ones where we do the circle. 7 2/9. Start at the 9, multiply it by 7, which equals 63. Keep going around and add the 2, 65. Bring over the 9 on the bottom, and it equals 65/9. Next, improper fractions to mixed numbers. Remember, these we divide out with remainders, then put the numbers where they go. 45/6 is really the same as 45 divided by 6. Let's do it. We need to know our 6's multiplication facts. 45 divided by 6. I need to get close to 45 without going over. I know 6 times 6 equals 36. Then 6 times 7 equals 42. Aha! That's close to 45. So it equals 7 with a remainder of 3. Now let's put the numbers in. Big 7, little remainder of 3 on the top, and 6 on the bottom, for 7 3/6. Here we'll put it all together by switching combination mixed improper fractions into mixed numbers. 18 22/4. Start with the fraction 22/4. 22 divided by 4 equals 5, with the remainder of 2 for 5 2/4. Add the 5 plus the 18 equals 23. Keep the 2/4 for 23 2/4. Today you learned about the different forms of fractions larger than 1, mixed numbers and improper fractions, and how to switch between them. Great job!